I thought a long time about how I was going to respond to this part. Rather than directly respond to it, I think what I like to do is I'd like to tell you a story. Quick one about me growing up in Connecticut and going to arcades and having that first real feeling of like belonging in a group. Because when I was young, I didn't feel that way. It felt like I was kind of like an outcast where I grew up. When I went to arcades to play video games, I kind of felt like, because I had some skill, that like I finally kind of belonged somewhere. Like we all liked Street Fighter, and we were all competing against each other and all that. I never thought that like playing Street Fighter was going to change my life. How crazy, right? And it did, in a really good way, in the long run. Okay, in the long run. I think what I said there at the end of the video still stands true today, that if it wasn't for me going to an arcade and playing Street Fighter and then being convinced by the people there to go out and do other things with my life, go play in another state and do this and do that. That really was the formative time for me to be a person who was more outgoing. I was an introvert when I was a kid, okay? And it was going to arcades and playing Street Fighter that kind of gave me that feeling of, wow, people like me because I have skill in Street Fighter and stuff, And T. Carter was my rival at my local arcade, What's Your Game, in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And we grew up playing Street Fighter together over the years, every version, okay? I told a heartfelt story in that video, that tribute to Scott, about how Scott introduced T to competitive Street Fighter, and then T introduced me, okay? And it changed my life. It really did. I started traveling. I started being more outgoing, meeting people, having good relationships, even though we've already gone around about the trolling topic of how bad that was when I was in competitive Street Fighter as well. That's the other video. That's the Down the Rabbit Hole video about me. If you want to look at that react, I explain that in full. But that was, I really look back at that time so positively. I do. Scott was such a unique dude. T was such a unique guy. And they're not with us anymore. And that's not fair. They were positive influences on this planet. And they're not with us anymore. That's life, man. The best of us get taken way too early. And the rest of us are just stuck here, right? But previous to me making this video about Scott, which I didn't make a video about Scott, let me clarify that. That's a segment of a podcast that I did. One segment, okay? Was the podcast monetized? Of course it was. Everything that I put out was monetized at that time. It was how I made my living, okay? I wasn't doing interactive streams with contributions during them at that time. Everything at that point was ad revenue. That's how I made my life, my living, okay? I paid for everything. And basically, I wanted to do a tribute to him in the best way that I could, knowing that well that my audience was not going to know who he was, right? And I did the same thing with T, by the way. And I don't have that for you. I don't want to play that for you. That's already been that's not the subject matter of this video that we're reacting to today, okay? But basically, I did a T tribute, and in the T tribute, this is something when people always wanted me to talk about on my podcast about my past and stories about my past. And in the past, because I was known on YouTube, obviously, I was a known YouTuber, and people knew from over the years me talking about my old formative days of Street Fighter that I was friends with this kid T. Carter before he had passed. Someone came to me one day at not a tournament, excuse me. I think it was a convention. It could have been a tournament. And they handed me a packet of photos. The packet of photos was his personal packet. He said, Phil, I want you to have this. I said, what is this? He goes, you know, these are pictures of T. And actually, Scott's in a couple of them too. And he says, these are pictures that I want you to have because you are known on YouTube. And he says, T was such a beautiful guy. I'm not talking about his looks. You know, his personality. He was outgoing. He was vibrant. He was full of energy. He was the nicest guy. He had a passion for Street Fighter. He was the best player in Connecticut. The entire time he was alive, he was the best player in Connecticut. Okay? He said, I'd like you to have these pictures because I know you were a friend with T. And you have the ability on YouTube. You have the reach, the clout. You can share his story with people on the internet. So, you know, not only a lot of people know about T because he didn't get to live that long. And you can be the person to tell his story. So I did. I made a video on a podcast just like that. And I had scanned the pictures into my computer. Okay? And I shared it with the world. The podcast doesn't get a lot of views. Okay? The podcast maybe got 10,000, maybe 20,000 views tops. Okay? I thought I did a good job doing a tribute to T. All right? And I did as best I could. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that nobody knows. I was haunted by T's death for a very long time. I actually feel like it was one of the reasons why I originally had depression. Because it happened to me at a time in my life when, my God, I hadn't dealt with death or loss. And although everyone in Connecticut was hurting at the time when he died, I blamed myself for it. I don't know if I ever told this story before to anyone. But the day when T died, I met him at the mall before he was murdered. And he was saying to me, oh, we're going to go over someone's house and we're going to play some games or whatever. And I had a car, by the way, at the time. I had a car. And he basically offered, hey, you want to come with us or whatever. And I was like, no, I couldn't or whatever. I actually don't remember the specific. And he was like, all right, cool. Because I was thinking maybe I could get a ride with you if you could drive us over there or whatever. And I was like, no, I can't do it. I'm busy or whatever, Who knows? There's a kid who I've seen a million times before. I'm going to see him a million times again in my life, right? That day, he was walking home from playing Street Fighter at this kid's house. And a gang member decided to shoot him for no reason. I guess, there's all kinds of guesses. And I guess the rumor that hit the streets was that this gang member, this was their initiation. Oh, prove that you're hard enough to be part of our gang by just murdering someone in the fucking street walking home. He got shot. Okay? And I blame myself because I said if I had hung out with T that day and I had driven him to his friend's house, I could have driven him home. And maybe he wouldn't have got shot. Now, of course, that's ridiculous. I didn't shoot the kid, right? We all know we're all rational people here. We're rational adults. But this is what happens in your fucking head. Report. Yeah, because why else would it be a 404, right? Let me see if they emailed me anything. Well, the good news is I've already looked into alternatives. It just sucks that I have to set them up. I literally got a tip not even 20 minutes ago. It's very tiring. It is. I'm tired of this shit. Because now I got to set it all up different again. I have to change the links everywhere. I have to change, like, the description of all my videos now has the wrong link, right? Now, what did I do? Exactly what did I do? Right? Did I make any harmful content? Did I? Let's be honest here. Did I do anything wrong? No. I got people false reporting me and attacking me for things I did 13 years ago. I rightfully call them out for it and say, this is messed up that people would do this to me and they stalk me like this and they need help. Somehow this is a violation of terms of service or something. And by the way, I have nothing. I'm looking. I have absolutely no notification at all from StreamElements about this. Let me see here. I have no announcement. I'm looking here. No announcements. Okay. No email. Because I checked my email. No emails about it. No announcements in StreamElements. I'm in StreamElements literally right now. And nothing. So you tell me what's going on. Right? I have no idea. I'm just so tired of this shit. What did I do? Nothing. And here's the real problem, okay? This is really the real problem. Guess what? All they're doing, if this is something that they did to screw me over, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the trolls kept false reporting Phil, so we'll shut down his tips page, okay? All they're doing is enabling the trolls to do worse things. Seriously. Right? That's all they're doing. All they're doing is enabling the trolls to do worse and worse and worse. It's escalating further and further. Why would you do that? Right? So now the question is, what do I do? How do I even contact them about it? Right? I have no idea. I don't know. I've never had the issue with StreamElements, so I don't know how you contact them about it. Like I said, I just refreshed here. There's absolutely no information about it at all. I didn't get a message about it. Just my tips page is now a 404 error. Gee, thanks.
Earlier this week. I'm not happy because for the next hour we need to talk about something that's really, really stupid, and I wish I never had to talk about it. But this is completely intrusive to my business, it's disruptive, and it's very dangerous because, you know, as you guys know,
Where Anyway, I promise, no one from our family is gonna die.
Wow, a complete lie. What an asshole.
That's far enough.
I'm Sheriff Romero. I guess you must be Vince. Best if we make this quick.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits.
You know how much I love you, right?
All the way to the moon.
That's right. You get scared, you just look up at the sky and remember that, okay?
Okay.
Put the kid in the vehicle. Stay with her.
That's right, she's too valuable to escape. She's worth lots of money.
Daddy, please,
Corrupt, crooked
go.
cop.
I have to, Pumpkin.
But what if you and Mommy don't come back?
Don't shoot. Shoot him. He's black. Shoot him. Racism.
Detail about my situation regarding my PC essentially being outdated and having issues. Talking about my situation looking at getting a new one this year. You know, some options that I currently have. To recap very quickly, I was offered a PC from a fellow YouTuber by the name of Rebuke USA, but it's a 5-year outdated PC. Not to say that it's bad, it's not. It's powerful, but it's 5 years outdated. It's not a thing with up to the update hardware or anything like that. It would certainly serve essentially a short-term fix to my problem, meaning I won't have to worry about my PC dying on me. I'd have something to actively do my capturing, my streaming, and everything, and not have to worry about, oops, hard drive failure or something like that. Really, it's not what I want. I want something new and fresh that's going to future-proof. I don't want to be upgrading frequently. I don't want to have that PC and then within 2 years have to upgrade again. So...
Bro, are you kidding me? Are you literally kidding me, dude? That is obnoxious as hell, Phil. Like, my computer, bro, I have like, what, a 2080 with an i7 9700K. You know, it's good. Like, yeah, I want a 30 series card, but I know what I have. It still works. It's good. I could do VR. I could still stream, edit videos. Like, but that's the thing. I knew what parts I was getting, and I knew what I was doing. And if I didn't, I went on YouTube. I watched Linus Tech Tips, for God's sake. Not Phil. And then someone that actually knows what they're doing, actually knows about PCs, literally tries to give you a computer that's not that old. 5 years is not that old. Like, knowing Rich, bro, that thing has a 2080 Ti in it. You know? Like, that thing is good. It could catch the tail of a 30 series barely, you know? Like, oh my god, dude, he really is sitting here like an entitled child.
People, and one person offered to help finance getting a new PC and or setup here because they like my stuff so much. And so what we talked about yesterday was if I were to do an upgrade, what would I need? And it was hilarious because, like I told you guys, someone wrote me an email over my day off earlier this week and said, Phil, I urge you, I strongly urge you, do not leave the decisions in the hand of your viewers. Do not just let your viewers dictate what you get. I've seen numerous other content creators do stuff like this, and they all regret it because they all say they end up with stuff that either wasn't good enough or ends up being too good for what they needed, too expensive, and there's issues. Don't do it. Rather than me rush into anything, okay, what I would like to do is start a ongoing discussion regarding what kind of stuff I would need for my new PC setup and my new setup in general, because it's not just about the PC, it's also about lighting, it's also about a new camera, it's about all these things coming together to making this all look much better and more professional. I mean, this webcam is supposed to be 1080p. Does it look 1080p to you? If you're watching this full screen right now at full resolution, does this look like a full 1080p webcam? Or is every single other person out there who does content creation for a living have a better camera than me? Let's be honest, right? I mean, this camera is so outdated. It's over 10 years old, right? So, that's what I mean. Like, these are things we have to talk about. Now, no exaggeration. Since we just talked about this on yesterday's Level 1 podcast, I had numerous people reach out to me with their suggestions. What I'd like to do is actually go over this a little bit today. And what we should do is maybe go step by step. Like maybe today we talk about the processor, because I don't even understand the processors today. I haven't looked into these in a million years. I've got like 4 different people who suggested processors to me that we can look at and see if they agree.
Bro, that's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, that actually like made my stomach hurt to hear this guy say that someone's actually gonna finance this for him. Get the hell out of here. Who the hell wants to spend their disability check on Phil like this? Like, bro, what the fuck? Really? And then he's like, I still don't know anything about PCs, so he's literally gonna suck the money out of you, get one of his sucker whales to pay for the PC, and then he's gonna expect all his little sucker viewers to tell him what to get. Bro, I hope all you guys tell him to get the wrong stuff, so he actually has to go on Google like a normal person, man. Utterly disgusting. Pathetic. My god, I hate Phil when he does this shit. But alright guys, that's it for this video, man. I wanted to keep it short. My last video was way too long, I feel like. And like I said, I called out of work tomorrow, so I'm gonna be in the trenches for real. Live at 5, baby.
Every match, like, I outplay the player the first match, and the player's like, oh, wait a minute, I'll just adjust to the lag and abuse the lag, and I get away with it. And then they win a match. They win the set. It's like, how is this fun when literally I'm outplaying them with all the things I'm doing? They just throw out these Hail Mary moves and get away with everything. Got my input. Can't do anything. Shut the fuck up about the fucking bubbles before I take away the bubbles forever. People being little bitches in the chat. I'm trying to learn how to play the fucking game. Shut the fuck up and act older than 5 fucking years old about the goddamn bubble. You fucking idiot. God damn, how stupid and young can you be to act like that? Shut up. Now I can't play. What am I supposed to do now? Now I can't do anything. You fucking idiots will shut up. Fucking bubble. Oh look, the hottest new fighting game's out. Phil's trying to learn it. Talk about fucking bubbles for 45 minutes. Shut up! I'm supposed to learn how to play this fucking game with these fucking idiots acting like this in the chat. Seriously. Seriously. I'm supposed to learn a new fighting game. Bubbles, where's the bubbles? Where's the fucking bubble? You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that? How about this? No more fucking bubbles. How about that? I'm just not doing them anymore. Because I can't concentrate and act like an adult with a bunch of people screaming for bubbles like little idiots. Jesus Christ. Seriously, I'm just so tired of it now. It's like, no, I don't want to we can't have fun on a stream of Phil's because it's all about fucking bubbles and shit. Shut up. Seriously, man. I just want to have fun. I can't. I literally lost that match because I can't concentrate because you idiots are fucking making me rage about bubbles. The dumbest thing. What idiotic thing to say. Anyway, thank you, Feline Tech Support, for 2 super chats. I'm mad and I want to end on a win, and I can't. As you can see, I literally cannot end on a win tonight because I'm all raging now because of this stupid shit. Thank you, Feline Tech Support, for two different super chats. Pretty said, what's your opinion on the drive system? I think some of the drive system is good, and I think the drive impact sucks. I really do. I think the drive impact is fucking broken. I don't understand how that's supposed to be fun when it's even, I would even argue to say it's even more broken than...
Literally every hit is that kick. Every fucking hit in the entire round was that kick. You hit me with nothing but that kick. How can you tell me that's not overpowered?
Jamie wins.
How can you tell me that is not an insanely broken move that does not belong in the game? That kick is a free move for him. Fuck this. I seriously been playing for an extra half an hour trying to get a win, and I can't. Because everyone just does drive impact endlessly in the lag. You can't do anything about it. Or you fucking does that and fucking Jamie with that kick over and over. What is that shit? How the fuck? Seriously, how the fuck is that kick fair? In any way, shape, or form? That kick beats everything. It literally is an instant kick that beats all the moves in the game and has no recovery and leads to a combo every time. It beats everything. Hello. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. A podcast without hoopla. A podcast without celebration. A podcast that I'm pretty upset that I have to put out one like this today because I was obviously not planning on doing anything like this today. This is not good. All right, just to preface this podcast, sadly, this is the first time in years that I have had to deal with this kind of nonsense. I'm not happy about it whatsoever. I'm incredibly upset, actually. I have to talk with you guys matter-of-factly about what's going on right now with DSPGaming, because there is a lot of bad things going on, risk right now. I kid you not, and I exaggerate to no capacity here. Right now, I'm live streaming this on DSPGaming, and at any moment, the stream can go down. Okay? I don't even know if I'll be able to upload this. So if you're watching this live, enjoy. If you're watching this on demand, congrats, I guess. I guess we got through it. All right? At least for the short term. But basically, you know, I've been a content creator for 14 years, and over the years I've dealt with a lot of bullshit, as you know. And sadly today I'm dealing with more of it The good news is because I've been down this road before, I'm not going panic mode. Thank God, because, you know, previously I have gone panic mode and kind of lost my shit and got all overstressed. I'm going to try not to do that, being that, you know, kind of been there, done that. You know, I've been through this, but sadly the thing is, with the way that YouTube works, things change over the years. Things are constantly in flux in regards to how to handle malicious activities against YouTube channels. So I'm doing my best now to handle it in a very calm manner, but, you know, I'll do my absolute best to not go off the cuff today. There's not much I can really do if I do. You know, it's emotions. It's only natural that humans who have put their heart, soul, and insane amounts of dedication and hard work into a business for, you know, some 11 years and has done this for a hobby for 14 will be a little upset if people are trying to directly hurt them, right? Like, imagine if you had something that you really worked hard on for 14 years of your life, and just because someone can mess with you, they will, right? Like, and the thing is, I've been, again, through this before, and usually we've had a way to fix it. I hope that that's going to be the situation again today, but I don't know, because I actually have no idea what's happening right now behind the scenes with YouTube. I got to explain all of this to you, obviously, okay? So normally the podcast would be all about, oh, let's talk about the schedule for this week and what I'm going to be doing gameplay wise and what else is coming up and everything. Today I was supposed to talk about Gamescom, which I covered yesterday. I did a live react to it here on DSP Gaming. You guys seemed to enjoy it, although it wasn't super popular or whatever. You know, you guys liked that I talked about the, you know, the new game event that happened and everything. You know, so it is what it is. I had fun with it, but I was supposed to talk about kind of the fallout of that today. What games were announced, the release dates and everything. And the truth is I just can't do that. I have to talk about more serious matters here about my business, which sucks. I want to talk about games, I want to talk about fun, and I can't do that now because of the malicious actions of people who think that they can just break the law whenever they want, which is not the case, but because it's on the internet, they tend to get away with it more often than not. To me, is that there's this really weird association between me and Wings that what do I have to do with that? Right? Nothing. So now you're telling me there's a group of trolls who don't like Wings because Wings has done these awful things in their mind over the years, and he's mistreated people, and he's blown money, and he's lied about money, and he abuses YouTube's DMCA. Let's get Wings. Okay, we got Wings. Let's get Phil. Wait, what? Where does that even come from? I have nothing to do with the guy. Seriously. I have nothing to fucking do. It doesn't make sense at all to me. And by the way, this isn't like an e-dick measuring contest. Say I'm better than the guy or worse than the guy. The point I'm making is I'm not Wings of Redemption. So why would you make some kind of a weird, concerted effort to try to take down me or my business when I have nothing to do with Wings or you? That's what I don't understand. Like, if there could be a justification, like, oh, well, you know, this is... What exactly have I done? Right? I'm at a loss. I have enough shit from people on a daily basis who try to bring me down, who try to ruin my business, who try to do messed up things to me and my family. Trust me. It happens every day, all day. But I'm going to give you a perfect example here. You ready for this one? Of how I'm not like Wings. My wife moved to Washington State with me and moved in with me in 2018. All right? Over the course of that year, she maybe was in 5 videos and a stream. Okay? We maybe put out a small handful of pictures on the internet of her arriving and stuff like that. Okay? Outside of that, it has been radio silent when it comes to my wife. The only time you hear about Kat is when I talk about, oh, something we did on our day off, or what are we up to, what are we having for dinner today. That's when you hear about my wife, Kat, right? She's not in my videos. She doesn't contribute to any kind of discussion or anything in regards to my content or my business. She very much is a part of my personal life that I've made an effort to separate from my public life. She's not part of DSP Gaming, okay? You guys made it clear years ago that if she ever became a major part of DSP Gaming, you were going to tear her a new asshole for no good reason. She's never said anything. to hurt anyone on the internet. She's literally never done anything messed up to anyone on the internet, okay? So why people would be nasty to her, I have no idea. So in 2018, we did a stream. I think it was 2018. Was it Halloween 2018? She's on my Halloween marathon. She dresses up in a costume. These people make an active effort to come to my stream and literally just insult her, bring up personal things about things from her past life that has nothing to do with her life now with me today. And they're just like slamming her on my stream. Now, my moderators are doing the best to clean it up. But she sees it. She gets incredibly upset over it and makes the determining decision. I never want to be in your content ever again because I don't deserve to sit there and be abused and attacked by an audience I don't know, have never had interaction with, and don't insult or do anything with. All right? Here's another thing I have to say. My wife is not my ex, and I'm tired of this bullshit. All right? My ex was a very abrasive person who would attack people on the internet and cause issues. My wife is not my fucking ex. She has nothing to do with her, and I'm tired of this shit. It has to end at some point. Where you're going to act like now all negativity that was thrown towards people from my past gets thrown towards people in my present. Fucking stop.
See, ladies and gentlemen, I had a brilliant idea. An absolutely brilliant idea. See, there are 3 creators I know online who get tons of hate nonstop, and all 3 of them have money issues. Always going broke. I'm talking about Wings of Redemption, who's a streamer. If you don't know him, look him up. He's a loco, all right? People go to his stream just to bully him, just to harass him. He's always complaining about money's problems, begging on the stream for money, and people give him money. And he's making it, but just barely making it. There's another guy out there, Boogie2988, very popular, successful YouTuber who has fallen on hard times. He also gets bullied by multiple people online, right? Very similar situation. And then there's DSP. DSP has been begging fucking the 200 people that show up to his stream to pay all of his bills. Instead of getting a job, he goes to the stream and says, hey guys, my taxes are up. Hey, I got to pay my gardener. Hey guys. And then he'll blow the little money he gets from his fans on like skins in a video game. And then hit up his audience and be like, hey guys, I forgot about rent. I'm going to need a donation. All right. So I've been seeing this shit play out with these 3. And I said to myself, because you got to understand, with all of these 3 guys, there is a whole ecosphere of other creators that have YouTube channels dedicated to clipping them, bullying them, making fun of them, right? Like there's this whole industry of people making money off of these guys, but these 3 are struggling. So I was on the phone with Boogie, and I go, Boogie, it's time for you, Wings, and DSP to make some of that money yourselves. You guys are entertaining. Not in the way that you think. Like you're all train wrecks, right? But you are entertaining, and you deserve to make money, and you don't deserve to be sitting here begging every fucking stream or every fucking show just to make it from paycheck to paycheck. You guys need to do something to make some money. I got a brilliant idea. Why don't I take the 3 of you, put you on a podcast? We will call it the LOL Cow Podcast. LOL Cow. How is it called? How is it? LOL Cow Podcast, right? I don't even know how to fucking say this shit. It'll be fucking brilliant. Boogie goes, you know what, Keem? You got a lot of experience in podcasts. You made millions of dollars in podcasts. I trust you. I'm down for it. I'm like, hell yeah, Boogie. Hell yeah. I'm like, I know this will work. I know this will fucking work. And I was looking at all the channels that hate on these guys, and I'm like, you know what? They would fucking love this podcast. That's content for them. You know, they're part of this thing. They help promote the podcast by talking shit about them, right? It all work out. Everyone will be fucking happy, all right? So Boogie goes and talks to Wings. Apparently Wings is kind of down, right? Wings was like somewhere in the middle, if I remember correctly. But I had to talk to DSP. So I made some tweets, try to get a hold of him. He was the most difficult person in the world to get a hold of. He's tweeting back and forth publicly, telling me, hey, hit up my email. Bitch, I'm a creator. You're a creator. We don't email each other. We just talk. All right, we're equals. We jump on the phone and we have conversations. I couldn't get on the phone with him. He was being so fucking difficult. Hit my email line or email my business line. Go fuck yourself with your fucking email. So I told him publicly, bro, you're going to miss out on this $50,000 because I figured they get about a $50,000 sign-on bonus for the first fucking year of this podcast. All three of them. And if I had to front the money, I'd front the money because I know this show would make a lot of money. I know this show would be wildly successful. That's how much I believe in this concept and this idea. So I'm talking to him in the DMs and he goes, listen, I got to stream at this time. I got to stream at this time and da-da-da-da. I don't fucking care when you stream. You're streaming in front of 200 people. End your fucking stream. Get the fuck on the phone with me so we can have a conversation about this. I can't. Okay, fine. So I wait till the next day. Try to hit him up. He's fucking streaming. Every time I try to have a fucking conversation with this fucking loser, DSP, he is streaming in front of 200 people making about, I'm going to say on average, $4 an hour. $4 an hour. Motherfuckers working at McDonald's makes more than that. But you can't get on the phone with me for a $50,000 fucking paycheck. Like, this shit is so fucking frustrating. So I give up on it, you know? Even though it's a brilliant idea, and even though you shouldn't give up on your dreams, I give up on it. I'm off to doing other stuff. I'm building all different types of fucking shit all over the place. I got fucking so many goddamn companies and projects going on. I'm off doing that shit. I forget about this. And I go on YouTube a couple nights ago, and I ended up on DSP's stream, and he was there saying that he needed money for fucking something, and he was sitting there asking people with real fucking jobs to pay his bills again. And I got frustrated. And I said, and you won't get on the fucking phone with me in his chat? And he banned me from his chat. This dude is a piece of fucking garbage. If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had an opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're going to still fucking give him $200? You're going to give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah. You got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
You shouldn't manipulate your audience for more money. Let's play the clip. Come on.
All right, so we have DSP, Darkside Phil. Can't believe we're talking about Phil here.
Oh, jeez.
He apparently has an issue with you, Keem.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's this simple. Stop watching Keemstar.
What? Whoa.
Stop watching Keemstar.
Oh, no.
Stop watching Keemstar.
Wow.
Jeez.
What is he so fired up about? Oh, God.
He's mad.
Stop.
Oh, we got little facts.
That's kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure he's just gonna keep saying
all right?
this.
There's only so many fucking people on the internet that can tell you this guy is scum. He's an exploiter. He's used people for personal gain.
Time out.
Wait, you used him for personal gain?
I'm an exploiter. This guy right here cams up once a month saying he can't pay his bills and hustles his audience instead of getting a real job.
Yeah.
And I offered him a $50,000 a year gig to launch a podcast with Wings of Redemption and Boogie 2988. Let's hear the rest though.
You offered me the same amount of money as this retard?
Shh. Why
Too many
don't
times,
say that
and
word?
he keeps getting away with it because people
I'm exploited.
keep watching him. If people for once would actually use their fucking noggins and say, this guy's a scumbag, stop fucking watching his content, he would disappear.
No.
But people keep watching.
No, I
There
will.
be
Hold
more.
on. Pause him. If I lose all my viewers, all right, and I only have like 2 people that roll with me.
Yeah. Which would happen if you fired me.
Shut up. I would continue making content for those 2 people because I actually fuck with my fans. I spent hours the other day. Everyone that bought a hoodie, I sent you a personal video. I actually fucking appreciate that because I'm so out there and constantly getting involved in all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So when I come across someone that's a real fan, I fucking really appreciate you. I don't fucking use my viewers on last podcast we covered the Teddy Fresh scandal.
Yeah.
And it's it just doesn't seem like these people care about their fans. Play it.
All right, hold on.
This guy doesn't care about his fans.
No, and those are like
Franz
cheap
will
dollar
go to
store
his
toys
fucking
behind
show
him.
now
At least
to
like
see what he has to say.
At least pop. When I'm talking, Chris, you
Yeah,
better
hold
mute the video
I'm trying-
ASAP.
hold on,
When you
hold
see
on.
these juicy
I'm trying
little,
to help
We're
you.
doing too much talking. We
No,
gotta
we're
play
not.
these clips.
You
What do
think they
want?
want to see DSP?
I want to
You're
hear
crazy.
what he wants to say.
Oh my! Nobody wants to listen to DSP. This
I don't want to listen to
marble
him.
mouth freak.
Actually, we need to take his own advice. If we want him to go away, we just need to stop watching.
I was gonna talk about his toys. Papa Guts got these nice Funkos. This guy got dollar store toys behind him. Anyways, roll.
Okay, play.
Stop watching Keemstar. He is toxic. He is a virus.
Virus?
He is destroying content creation as a whole.
Why is he mad?
Actually
As a
just
whole.
used the physical and mental abuse of Amaranth as a way to get views on his fucking
Simp.
show. Stop watching him.
No, I didn't. No.
Kind of.
No. No. No, I didn't.
I mean, tomorrow I'm playing Plague Tale. If I leave it like that, it should stay like that, and then I can still play Plague Tale, and then I could resume it tomorrow night. I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, it's terrible. That's atrociously bad. That's I'm not even kidding you. Like, every first-person shooter I've played in my life has been better than that gameplay experience. That's ridiculously badly designed. It's insanely boring. It's tedious. It's everything you don't want. That's not fun. Nothing is intuitive about it at all. It's complete just fuck around until you figure out what to do. Wow. So, yeah, I will finish it tomorrow. I'm gonna play it again to get it done with. You know, I just want it over with. So, you know, and wow, that is atrociously bad. Again, I liked the first stream. The first time I played this on Friday, I played it for about almost 3 hours. I liked the atmosphere. I liked the puzzles. Tonight, it was complete frustration. The moment that the game had gunplay, it was a complete misstep, and it completely ruins the game. So, and that, I mean, are you kidding me? It's like no one who worked on this game knew anything about first-person shooters to know what makes them fun. Why would you make that like that? That's not fun at all in any way. It's completely bereft of fun, right? Completely, like, you sucked the fun out of any. All right, I'm definitely getting this done tomorrow for sure. But all right, enough is enough for tonight. I went super late. All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm frustrated for 2 reasons. Reason number one, because yeah, the game does suck. I really did not like tonight's stream, and in addition to that, as you guys can see, I stayed extra late for you guys, and basically it amounted to nothing. No one's really supported, which pisses me off. It does. That I'm playing a game. Obviously, it's frustrating. A lot of people showed up to watch it because you saw how frustrating it was, and no one supported. Yeah, that does upset me. Okay? It would have been one thing if I'm staying late and people are laughing, having a good time, and a few people are at least supporting the stream, but no one did. And that really upsets me. I'm going to hope that tomorrow when I finish it, there will be some support. Because it is pissing me off that I just stayed extra late and I got nothing for it. You know, the game's not even good. You know, if this were me, I'm not even exaggerating. If this were me not streaming, playing this, I would have just turned the game right off and said, fuck this, I'm not playing this anymore. But the fact that I'm now 5 hours into it, obviously I want to finish it. You know, but I toughed it out for you guys tonight and I got nothing out of it. But a bag of fucking frustration. And that pisses me off. That they really ruined the game the way they did. I really do feel like they ruined it. If they just had different gunplay or no gunplay, it would have been a much better game. I don't know what they were thinking. Holy shit. It's like, you know, really, it's like you're walking around with a room full of guys with chainsaws and they give you a Nerf bat. Wow. Oh, by the way, you also weigh 4,000 pounds. Gravity is 10 times strong and you're walking in goo. Oh, that's Scorn in a nutshell. Very exciting. All right. All right, so that is it for tonight. I'm out of here. I don't even know if my videos from earlier ever processed. They did. Hallelujah, they did. Thank God. I don't have to fucking worry about that shit. They did show up eventually. Thank goodness, because I was very upset because people wanted to see Plague Tale and the Plague Tale stuff was frozen. It did process. Thank God. All right, so that is it for tonight. I'm going to upload this gameplay tomorrow. Basically, what we're going to do tomorrow is the same thing we did today. We're going to do more Plague Tale, and we're going to do more Scorn to finish it, and if we just finish Scorn early tomorrow night, we'll just chill. We'll have like a Q&A session or whatever. Because Ellipsian's like, yeah, you probably got about 45 minutes to an hour left tops. So obviously it's not going to be 2-hour stream tomorrow night, but at least we can like relax afterward. But yeah, you know, when you guys actively, visibly see that I'm really annoyed that the game sucks, and I'm obviously toughing through it because you guys are here to watch and you're enjoying, you know, hopefully there will be reciprocation. There was no reciprocation tonight. I mean, all the tips that came in before even the extra time I played. All right? So hopefully tomorrow we'll finish it, and, you know, because again, tomorrow's my last streaming day of the week. I'm trying to raise funds for my day off here. Okay? And by the way, from everything, you know, factoring in everything I made today, all right, and everything else, my bill that I have to pay and everything on Thursday, I don't even have enough right now to buy Gotham Knights on Friday. Just being honest, I don't. So I'm hoping that tomorrow's going to be a better day in regards to that, so that I can actually afford all the stuff this week. All right? All right, guys. Thank you. Please have a good evening. Sorry, obviously, that, you know, I got upset about the game, but I'm going to be honest. When I play games, that game is terrible. That is really one of the worst downward spirals I've seen a game go in, where it was like, wow, it has potential, it's really fun, and then all of tonight it's just like frustration, bad gunplay, terrible game design. You saw, as soon as I got to that castle area, I was like, oh, this is nice, look at this nice world design, look how exciting this game is now. And then immediately it just went to shit as soon as I had to fight that guy. Like, wow, they're idiots. So, all right, thank you, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for more Plague Tale Requiem in the morning. And for the conclusion of Scorn on the late stream, likely if we do beat it early, you know, we will continue on and just do some Q&A or whatever tomorrow night to end the stream. Okay? Excuse me. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. See you in the AM. Plague Tale was really good, by the way. If you didn't see my Plague Tale videos, I wouldn't blame you. They just processed. Really good. I'm really loving the game. The game looks gorgeous. So I can't actually wait to play more tomorrow. I hope you'll join me. All right? Guys, thank you. Have a good night. See you in the AM. Peace out.
DSP, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I saw that. That's just, I'm not doing that. So
well,
what? Do what?
Apparently, he's like, he doesn't get mad at you. He's blocked my ass because I've watched too many of those hate videos, but apparently you get the fucking pass because, you know, it's like, MoistKritikal, he just looks up DSPGaming and he just sees all the bad videos. I don't even blame him. What?
Yeah, no, so I was just talking about, so to tie everything back, I was talking about Boogie and like the e-begging stuff. And then I likened it to DSP, whose whole brand has become like, you know, making sure his viewers are giving him money, or else like he
has no time to do anything and he's so busy.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah. So I compared the two. DSP saw it and he made like a response to it and then was requesting an interview. I don't fucking interview people. I was just talking on stream about the shit. Like, it's not that deep.
B-Boy Cyclone re-upped his membership for a whopping 19 months. Thank you for the ongoing support. A bit late, did you react to Penguin Zoe's response yet? Penguin Zoe, you mean MoistKritikal. I have not fully seen any response. What I heard last night was that I guess he was doing a show, or I guess he does live streams. I don't know, I don't watch all of his content. I just, every once in a while, I see a random video of his in my feed. I watch them, I think that they're entertaining. So I guess he was on one of his shows or streams, and I guess there was a guest talking to him. I don't know who it was. I've only seen, like, no exaggeration, it was like a YouTube short. So 60 seconds. And basically, the person who was on the show asked him, did you hear what Darkside Phil said in response to what you said about him? And he was basically like, well, it's not that deep, you know. I was talking about Boogie. Someone asked me about him. I made a reference to him, explaining how basically he's an e-beggar on his content, and that's it, you know. He's like, no, I'm not going to interview him, I'm not an interviewer, I'm not interested in anything like that. And that's where the short ended. So I have absolutely no idea at all if anything else was said, nor do I really care. I basically, that was the answer that I was explaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I figured was gonna be. I figured the answer was gonna be he doesn't care. He watches, let's be honest here, any YouTuber who's of the size of a PewDiePie, a MoistKritikal, you know, those guys, their content is reacting to a bunch of random shit on the internet 90% of the time. That's the kind of content they put out, right? Right. And do they have time to come here and watch my content? No, they don't. What do? Oh, I wonder what the latest drama is today. Let me search for the drama videos about this person. So they're searching for my detractor videos about me, and they see, what did the detractor say today? And they believe that's what's going on. They watch it quick, and then that's what they talk about on their stream. That's what I said. That's the problem with YouTube, is it allows open, blatant mass, either slander, defamation, whatever form you want to say, with zero fact-checking, with zero corroboration of anything being truthful, and there's literally no retaliation that anyone can do to protect themselves from it. Anyone can say anything about anyone they want and get away with it on YouTube. And so you have mass misinformation campaigns about me, right? And, you know, people get the wrong impression, and then they talk about it on their content, and now all of a sudden, DSP is one of the worst content creators ever made. It's like, did you actually watch a single one of my streams? Obviously not, because if you did, you would understand what you're saying literally is not happening on my streams, or not to the extent that you're overemphasizing it, right? This guy, you know, MoistKritikal apparently has seen misinformation videos about me, and then talks about them, like everyone else. You know, the only reason I brought it up is because if you remember, just a few days before he had publicly brought me up in one of his streams, I had said I wanted to do a public interview to basically give my side of the story on all of this misinformation that's all about me all over the internet. I felt that for too long it had been one-sided. Everyone just saying the same dogpile shit about me with no value. You know, have I responded to that stuff in my own content? I have. How many people watch DSPGaming? On stream, a few hundred a day. On demand, a few thousand a day. So that versus, you know, giant YouTubers always saying the same negative memes about me because they just believe everything they hear. If I had the opportunity to actually talk to someone and say, hey, here's my side of the story about everything that's going on, obviously at least it would be out there, right? You might not have to believe it, you know, a lot of people probably wouldn't, but at least my side of the story would be in the public eye. And that's all I was asking for. And then literally, like 3 days after I had announced that I wanted to do an interview, MoistKritikal goes in his content and says negative stuff about me. I was like, that's exactly the point I'm making. YouTubers of his caliber talking about me like this, misrepresenting me because they don't know any better, right? When that's all they hear, when all they see is the negative memes, the viral memes, that's toxic shit about me, what do you think they're gonna believe, right? So, it is what it is. Am I upset? No. Did I expect that MoistKritikal was going to want to interview me? No. They're quite the opposite, right? Quite the opposite. I didn't think at all that he would be interested. I think that for me, or for him, I'm just one of these interesting memes on the internet to reference every once in a while for a laugh. And I think that's probably all I ever will be. If I do a public interview, you know, with someone, which I am still in the talks of, you know, right now it's actually more on me than anyone else. Like I said, I actually have 3 different people who are interested in doing 3 completely different kinds of things with me. And I basically told all of them it just has to wait because I'm so busy with new releases and everything right now. I don't even have time to consider doing it. You know, I don't even have any free time at all. Just like I said, this Monday night, I'm filming private react videos for patrons that I've owed them since the beginning of this month. You know, I'm just getting to this stuff. So, hopefully, when things calm down, right? With all these new releases and everything, I can actually sit down and make a decision about who I want to do it with. I'm still in active talks with 3 different people who are all interested. So,
just like our boy said, we got him. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to look very closely to my screen. Right here. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see DSP's phone? Do you see it just laying there open with the screen on? What pray tell do you guys see there? Come on, it's not that difficult. Of course, it's WWE Champions. That is what's on that screen. Big ups to AquaTeal for catching this. AquaTeal posted in the community tab. She showed the picture, she zoomed it in, and man, that is the WWE Champion screen. So our boy DSP got snagged in 720p real talk. Real talk. Let me play a little bit of this video real quick to see what our boy has to say here. But as you can see right here, that is the WWE Champion screen. And I know it because I actually went out to Google and did a couple searches. And I've played this game and, you know, viewed it when it first came up, and it was a big meme for DSP. And that is one of the screens. So our boy DSP has been lying to us yet again, lying to his pay pigs, his den heads about his not playing and spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on WWE champions. Yet again, DSP, with his actions, shows everyone clearly that he's been lying and that he's still playing WWE champions. And that he's still spending tons of money on this stupid gotcha game. Alright, let's play it a little bit.
For the daily wrap, if you're wondering what's going on, Jasper has once again stolen my seat. So I decided I would do the video like this and you could watch him sit here and steal my seat. Oh! Jasper, he's attacking me viciously. Jasper, I'm trying to pet you. You don't have to fight me. You don't have to move. It's okay. I'm doing the daily wrap. Today was Saturday, the 23rd of July, 2022. What do we do today? Well, we had a fun episode of the Level 1 podcast in the morning.
I'm just waiting to see if he shuts off the phone, which I don't think he does. But I'm going to forward it real quick in a little bit.
Going on publicly with trolls trying to do dumb shit that I shut down immediately.
Yeah, you're gonna have to shut down this WWE Champion thing. You're gonna have to lock this down tonight, is what you're gonna have to deal with, pimp.
To say the least, but at the same time, there wasn't anything so much. You want my full phone? You loved it. The silly stuff. I just took a couple pictures of him in the office.
Okay, so it looked like it shut off after about a minute and a half.
I watched one of your detractors' documentaries on you. It has undeniable evidence. All right, I'm just gonna. In summary, in one clear statement to everyone, because I'm not going to talk about drama today, it's so stupid. In one clear statement to all of you, all right? Here's what I have to say about the secret limited video and everything else, okay? Anyone who believes it is gullible and wrong. Do you want to know why? Because I know that it's not true. If I know that it's not true, that the stuff that they're saying about me is fabricated, then I know that nothing that's in there can be right. However, likely, as I've always told you guys, there's probably little nuggets of truth in there. One piece of information that's correct that somehow gets extrapolated into 5 more by guesses, suppositions, assumptions, and logic jumps. If you could get through anyone's documentary about me without 10 logic jumps, I would applaud you. But the thing is, there is absolutely no concrete evidence of anything they're saying. There just isn't. You know, all the things that they claim were the big bombshells are not. None of them tied to me, nor can be actually associated with me. It's just an assumption. Oh, well, we kind of know this about Phil, so then see, this is kind of in line with it, so it must be true. That's not fact. That's logic jumps, conspiracy. It's bullshit. And that's what I mean. I know none of it can be true because it's not. I know for myself it's not, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not desperate to run out there and have to try to defend myself because I know it's all fake anyway. The problem is someone like you who just gives me $1 and says, oh, it's all in there. It's not. It's fake. The Secret Limited is the same fucking person who did the documentary about my escort years ago, which doesn't exist. It didn't exist at all. It was all fake. But that got proven to be disproven. And guess what? Did they ever do a follow-up video to say that it was disproven? Nope. They still got that video up there as if it's fact. It's the same person. So, I mean, it just follows suit. It's the same shit based on the same nonsense on the internet, and people believe it because they're dumb. Sorry if you're dumb or gullible. I can't help you to not be dumb or gullible. The problem is people on the internet want to be. They want to be led down that path of toxicity and drama. They have fun with, oh, it's fun to find out that this is a bad thing about a person. It's all fucking bullshit, you know? And I know, in my core, I know it's bullshit because none of it's real, so I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. You missed that one. That's really where it all started. It all started when people realized they couldn't really do much about my content anymore. That my content, when I changed and became a full-time streamer, I stopped doing the sexualized jokes. I stopped doing the generalized racial comedy. I toned down my content for a more general audience, because if I was going to be a full-time streamer, I had to do that. You know, you can't just full-time stream on Twitch and do the kind of risque shit that I used to do. So when I changed for the better, they now changed their focus from my stuff on content of my streams to all this drama shit from offline that has nothing to do with it. They started literally inventing things left, right, up, and down that were all bullshit. And it started with the escort bullshit. Oh, Phil has an escort. He pays to visit him and he pretends it's his girlfriend. All complete lies. Then they moved on to the next thing and and it just kept compounding, you know. And the thing is, some things that get disproven, they won't mention the escort thing anymore because that one was concretely disproven. But if there's ever one thing that cannot be concretely disproven because to do so would actually put me or my family at personal risk, they latch onto it as if it's fact. You know, the thing is, though, the things that get disproven, they always find other things anyway. So what's the point of ever disproving anything if they just move on to something new that's equally stupid? You know? Yeah, here it is. Same guy, tipped $1, saying the same shit. So again, no, there's no reason to formally respond to something that's mostly bullshit. I've already responded to all of it. I've already given outright responses to all of it here on the channel, but no one wants to emphasize that. This is the other point I want to be publicly interviewed. All the things that people say about me that are negative, I've already publicly refuted and responded to very logically, but no one wants to listen to the responses. They just want to reiterate the toxic meme. So, oh, the secret limited documentary. Yeah, everything in there has already been disproven. I already said, no, that's fake. This is, this is real. This is partially real. Here's the truth of the matter. It's all been done, but it's been done right here on DSP Gaming, and no one wants to pay attention to what I say on my own channel. They just want to reiterate the toxic shit outside of my channel as an echo chamber. So, there you go. What's funny is, History Fact Bot 3000 says, this would all go away if Phil ignored it, but he's pathologically incapable of doing that. How do I ignore it when people bring it up every day? Like, literally, every day on a stream, someone's tipping and asking. You saw, this guy just literally brought it up. I didn't bring it up. Why the hell do I care about it? If they are you saying that I should ignore them then? So whenever someone ever brings up these memes, just ignore them. Don't ever address them. Is that your advice? I'm actually asking, like, just don't ever address it. So say, thanks for the $1 tip. That's nonsense. I'm not addressing. Move on. Because I could do that, but then what ends up happening is, oh, he's ungrateful, see? He skipped what that person said, and that becomes the new me. You see? All right, in fact, I might have an opportunity to do that right now. Yup, here we go. This is it. Here we go. Very good. $1 tip. It was about the nonsense. All right, thanks for the tip. Ignoring it per the advice I just got. Done. I've done. I listened to it. I just directly responded to you. No, I'm not. He just tipped again. He wants me to address it. I'm not going to address it. So thanks for the $1 tip. Who the hell has time to sit on a stream and watch some asshole dick around, drink, and play video games all